insult bad enough. That Noir lived was enough to grate his last nerve. Noir glanced around at the others. "Leave us." Could that tone be any more commanding? Oh, yeah, wait. We're talking about Noir. Of course it could. And the ancient god didn't have to say it twice. The demons immediately vanished, terrified that Noir's wrath would deliver to them the same hospitality he'd shown Seth. After all, Seth had once been Noir's most beloved pet, one he'd lavished with gifts in between the abuse. The dark god had never been able to stand the demons who served him. Hell, I'd run too if I could. Seth envied them that freedom as his naked body hung lankly from the ceiling with his hands shackled over his head. He'd been in this position for so long that his wrist bones protruded through the open cuts the manacles had worn through his flesh. He was sure it had to hurt, but that pain blended in nicely with all the others, so that he couldn't tell where one ache began and another throb ended. Who knew torture could have benefits? Once they were alone, Noir returned to stand in front of him with a snarl that was as impressive as it was cold. "I have a proposition for you. Are you interested?" Not even a little. He'd had his fill of bargains. No one could ever be trusted to hold up their end of them. Let Noir go roast his nuts in a fiery hellhole somewhere. The gods knew in this place Noir wouldn't have far to go to find one. Seth looked away. Noir tisked. "You know you have no choice except to obey me, slave. I own you." And that ate on him even more than the flesh-devouring vermin the demons had salted his wounds with. Damn you all. His own family had sold him to Noir when he'd been nothing more than a child. It was something no one ever allowed him to forget. As if he could. Noir buried his hand in Seth's hair and yanked his head back. That action caused the bolt to dig deeper into his throat and tongue. The sudden pain of it made his eyes water in protest as his old wounds were reopened and blood poured into his mouth. Maybe this time I'll drown from it. But he knew the sad truth. He was immortal. Death would never save him from this misery, any more than it had spared him from the rest of his violent past. His only way out was Noir's ever-missing mercy. Noir tightened his fist against Seth's skull, wrenching his hair even more. "I have need of your special services. I have need of your rank heart in my fist." The bastard smiled as if he could hear that thought. "If you fail me this time, I can assure you that your next stint here will make this one seem like paradise. Do you understand?" Seth refused to respond. Noir snatched a handful of hair out as he released him. Pain seared his scalp, causing the vermin in his body to bite even more ferociously as they scrambled toward the fresh blood. Seth's breathing turned ragged as he locked his jaw even tighter to keep from groaning out in utter, relentless agony. He squeezed his eyes shut and fought the wave of unconsciousness that threatened to take him under. They only made it worse on him when he passed out. "Don't do it, asshole. Focus. Damn you, stay awake." He gripped his restraints as his vision swam. Noir gave him an acidic smile that didn't reach his eyes. "You will do me proud and get what I require, or—" He didn't finish the threat. He didn't have to. They both were more than aware that Seth would do anything to keep from returning to this sorry state of existence. In spite of all his bravado, he knew the bitter truth. He'd been broken by their cruelty, and he would never be the same. There was nothing left inside him except a hatred so profound, so deep, he could taste it. That bitter hatred mixed with the steel of the